Hello there, Zill stars. So I came up with a drill, and it's it's a doozy because it's me, but take it to your level of challenge. We're gonna start, and I would suggest your non-dominant hand holds down just the beat. I'm gonna do it on a tick so I can hear the difference between my dominant hands doing its thing and just the tick. You are the metronome with your tick. So we're just gonna be doing it on 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So we're gonna do it pretty slow too. So this is just a tick, and that's all your non-dominant hand is going to do. The dominant hand, I'm gonna play on a basic because that's the easiest one for me to do. I'm gonna play first half notes, which are 2 counts. So I'll get 1 here and 2 here, 1 here and 2 here. Then I'm gonna go to quarter notes, which is what this hand was playing anyway. That 1, 2, 3, 4, those are quarter notes. So they'll match. But I'll have one playing a basic and one playing a tick, which is kind of fun. Or you can keep it all with one sound, right? Then this one keeps playing quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's gonna play eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then just because I wanted to do something where I'm sure I'm gonna screw up, then we're gonna take this one to a gallop, and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. This hand just keeps doing the quarter note. Right? The gallop is tough because we're doing it with one hand, so we're going to try to keep this real slow. All right, so let's just get that one hand, whatever sound you'd like, getting our beat. We're going to try to keep it steady. I'm not going to torture us with the metronome right now. I think we got this. 2, 3. So now this hand's going to do every other. It's going 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah? 1, 2. You got it? We'll do 2 more just to get everybody on board. Yeah? Breathe, you got this. And let's do 1 more measure of that. Now we're gonna change to quarter notes on your dominant hand, so everything's gonna match. 2, 3, 4. This one's easy, we'll just do 1 more 4. Now we're gonna do eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and eighth notes on your dominant hand, quarter notes on your non-dominant hand. Yeah, let's do that. 4 more counts. Actually, we'll do 8 more counts. And 1 more like this. Now we're going to go to gallop. Gallop on that dominant hand. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yeah, so your zills match up on the beat. Ah, does it hurt your brain? 4 more counts. And pause. All right, before you take your zills off, we gotta try the other hand. Yeah, this is where I really screw it up. We're gonna switch the hands. We're gonna switch the hands. And so now you're gonna be playing like the moving part, the changing part on your non-dominant hand. All right, so now I'm gonna switch, or if that was hard enough and you wanna keep it there again, you go for it. Yeah, whatever takes it to the level of challenge you'd like today. All right, half notes. So every other. Kathy, you're hilarious. All right, let's do 2 more rounds of it. Oh my gosh. Okay, now they're gonna match. We'll just do a few of these. I will not speed up. All right, now we're gonna move to eighth notes. Here we go. Let's do 2 more rounds of 4, yeah. Last one here. And now we're gonna go to gallop. I can only do it if I make this face. Breathe. Oh no! 1 more round. Now I'd like you to take off your zills and post an emoji in the chat to tell me how that felt. That's a doozy, isn't it? I think it's fascinating because, absolutely, like any one of those things done by itself, you could like fall asleep and do it, right? But like you try to do them, it's just like the separation of the brain. So here's a couple of ideas. Try doing it one hand and use your foot as the tapper, use your foot as the quarter note, separating it so it's a hand and a foot, way easier, right? So that could be a bridge to get you to be doing it with both hands. Here's another trick that my dear student, it's Tiffany, a friend of mine, she has used, and she gave me this idea and it's totally helped me. Take the one you want to kind of forget about, and that's your quarter notes, right? The quarter notes are, in theory, you put them on autopilot. Take the hand doing the quarter notes and place it behind your back. For some reason, when you get it out of your sight, like it's easier for it to just continue on its merry way. And then you can look, then you can stare at the one hand that's moving and changing, and it might make it easier. So that's my challenge to you. Like, don't just be like, that was hard, I couldn't do it, I'm never gonna try again. Like, later today, put those zills back on right when we finish here, and try it again, and try either tapping the foot as your quarter note or put your quarter note hand behind your back, because you don't want to put your quarter note foot behind your back because that would hurt. So those are your options, yeah? Thank you for playing along, especially if you're like, oh, hell no. Like, thank you for playing along, because this kind of stuff, it's a fun challenge, right? Like, am I going to do that on stage? Probably not. But is it going to help you become a more dexterous ziller all around? Absolutely. So have fun with it. Embrace the suck. Enjoy the ride, right? Because the ride is the whole process. We are here because it's fun. Don't let the dance stress you out. Don't let the finger cymbal stretch you out. This is an amazing opportunity for learning and growth. And as we know, because science has told us over and over again, if we are not learning and growing, we are dying. So let's keep learning. Let's keep challenging ourselves. Let's keep finding ways to add challenge and creativity into our zill practice and our dance practice and our lives, because I swear it is the fountain of youth. And it will keep us young, and it will keep us growing, and it will keep us happy. Thank you all so much for joining me. Have a beautiful, wonderful weekend. I look forward to making music with you soon. Bye for now.